Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the range. Tom here, and today we are doing this 1970 Chevy Chevelle. Love those casting. I got two of them, one to customize and one to leave as is. So why don't we head on down to the range and let's get started. I already had it taken apart. I thought I had the video going when I was taking it apart and everything, but I guess not. So here it is, already apart. I'm working on making some axles for these wheels that I got off of eBay not too long ago. And sorry about the glare. It was just that chrome piece. Just the light was just shining on that chrome piece, and it was just kind of glaring around. But I got these really cool thin white wall tires. Like, they were really cool. I was going to be using them for a different build, but I couldn't resist. I had to check them out on this one just to see how it would look, and I loved how it turned out. I really did. This is a pretty quick, wheel swap, paint job. I did something with some candy paint. So the only way to get better at something is just keep practicing at it. So I wanted to get some more candy color builds going, so I wanted to, do what I could and, kind of improve a little bit on my candy paints. And when you guys see the final result, you'll know what I mean, because it turned out beautiful. But, it's pretty much simple. I wanted to get this one knocked out before I posted the 4 horseman build, and I'm going to be able to, because the 4 horseman build will premiere first thing in the morning. It is Friday night, about 7:05 p.m. at the time of recording this video. Well, not recording with the voiceover, at least. But I wanted to, I didn't really know exactly what I wanted to do with this at first, because I thought I was just going to do a basic paint job and wheel swap, call it good, quick little video to throw out there before, the 4 horseman build, just kind of to ramp it up and get that going. But I ended up doing a little more than a paint job and wheel swap. You'll see what I'm talking about here in a minute. Because, like I said, I wanted to try to do something different each time. I wanted to do a opening hood. That didn't work out because the way I was trying to do it didn't function correctly. But there's a little bit of a giveaway. I cut out the hood, and, I'm very proud of myself with the way I cut it, because it turned out perfect. Like, the lines were actually decently straight. After I got done painting, everything matched up, even when I, did the paint on it. But, I like I said, I just wanted to try something a little bit different. I went ahead and painted the interior, because I really wasn't going to do nothing, because I was going to leave it black. And it had a little bit of it had like a little NOS tank, it had a little fire extinguisher, and it had some other stuff on it. So I went ahead and just detailed that up for a minute, and, I wanted just to go ahead and get started on it, because at this time, like I said, it was already taken apart. I can't remember if it was already in the stripper or not, but I don't think it was at the time I was detailing the interior. But I wanted to do, I ended up clear coating it later on, got a little paint on my finger, but no big deal there. It actually rolls pretty good. It was already a low setting car, so these wheels were the exact same size of the stock wheels that were on it, and so I didn't really have to do anything but make an axle for them, because the axles were too short. So here's what we got out of the gun oil. Pretty decent casting. I already kind of cleaned it up, off camera, because like I said, I was just kind of trying to knock it out real quick, so I did a lot of stuff off camera. Technically, this build didn't take me very long, just my normal day, usually, or two. But, I actually went slow, instead of just kind of trying to rush through cutting the hood, because I wanted it to be perfect. I cut it along where the hood would open up, around the front end, I cut around there. So I didn't cut off the complete front end off the hood. I actually cut the lines of the hood, so it had that little bit of the front end still attached to the body. Excuse me. So I was really happy with the way it turned out. Eventually I'll get into doing doors and the trunks and other stuff just to try to get it going, honestly. And you see here, it perfectly cut out. Like, honestly, I didn't have to file anything. Well, just to smooth it a bit, but I did that off camera. Everything lines up like it's supposed to. It looks like it belongs there. So I was really stoked about it. I was really happy with the way, it cut out. But I was trying to figure out how to make it tilt, open either way. But if it opened like a normal hood, the hood scoop would have connected with the windshield and wouldn't have opened at all. And the other way, like if I had it tilt the other way towards the front, it honestly wouldn't have done any good. It really wouldn't have. It wouldn't have moved. It wouldn't have done anything. Because I wanted to put a motor in it, so if you popped open the hood, you could see the engine. So I figured out a way around that. Pretty simple way to do it. I was really happy with this whole build. I know I keep saying that, and I'm sorry I keep repeating myself. I wanted this one to be awesome. I wanted, because it was a beautiful casting, and I just wanted to throw Caliber 50 Customs, kind of twist on it. No, I did not put any of my decals on it. I didn't put any decals, period, on this casting. I thought about it. Oh, did I think about it? I had to cut the wind screen a little bit to get it to where, the hood was set and it would still look like there was an engine in it. So I didn't have to cut much out of it. Filed a little bit of it off. So it actually turned out like smooth. I wasn't really worried about how it was going to turn out. But all in all, like this was a pretty smooth build. The longest, because I had to keep doing the paint over and over and over and over and over again. So luckily enough, with it being water-based paint, it was easy to come off. I didn't have to throw it in the gun oil again. Each time I had to, if I messed up, I marked it with the green Sharpie to where I was going to cut it off at, so it lined up with the windscreen, and filed it down, because it kind of cut it a little crooked, but I got that straightened out. I already cut, no, I didn't cut the grill off of it just yet, because I wanted it to fit, and I ended up having to glue the grill in to the body after it was all said and done, because I had no front post, because I ended up cutting that off the hood so I could fit the engine in. I had to file a little bit down on the inside of the hood just to get it to sit like level and flush. And a lot of guys in the military know what flush means. It's not flush the toilet, it means flush even. And I really, really liked the whole style of this 70s Chevelle. I really did. I got that new Firebird. I only got one of them, so I'm not really gonna customize that one. I'm just gonna leave it hanging. I got a whole wall of just new castings that I want to give a shot at, but I'm kind of up in the air whether I'm gonna do them or not. I want to try the whole front steering setup. I want to try doing different things. I'm gonna probably eventually try to do a lowrider setup, bouncing lowrider or whatever. Just something different. My next build, I don't know exactly what it's going to be yet. I'm kind of still trying to go over in my head what it's going to be, because I've done so many different ones. I haven't done a Mad Max build or Gaslands build or anything like that in such a long time, so I might try to find something cool to do along that route. It's just, I got all these cool castings, so I might want to try. I'll probably try to figure something out with one of them. I ran out of oven cleaners, so I ended up having to airbrush the interior, which I'm not really liking that much. I'd rather just, get all that chrome completely off and then paint it. But, what I did was, I used the jet black, Wicked Jet Black from Createx, and I sprayed down most of the interior except for the bumper. And honestly, it covered smoothly. It really did. It covered pretty smooth. So I didn't really have to redo any of it. And you see, I'm doing a lot of test fitting, because I'm trying to see if the wheels are going to work with it, and how they're going to look, how they're going to roll. And man, do these wheels look good on this car. I don't normally do my paints on my videos anymore, because it just takes too much time. Watching paint dry, it gets boring. But I'm test fitting different style engines, that I got from like M2 setups and all that, and I ended up going with a standard little 350 setup. Nothing big. Had the big old air breather on the top. So it was pretty simple. Even though I know this, if this car was actually a real car, like somebody did this one, it'd probably have like some kind of hood blower in it, because it's got that hood scoop on there. But I couldn't figure out a way to attach it to the actual interior. So what I did was I ended up taking some styrene, and a square stock styrene, cutting it and stacking it and just gluing it to the bottom of the engine, and just set it down inside the engine compartment. So it ended up fitting really good. Here I am, like I said earlier, smoothing out the interior, or the underneath of the hood, because I wanted it to fit with the engine in it, because I had to make sure even with the paint it would fit. It's not held on by magnets. It's actually, the body and everything is used to actually set the hood on. So I didn't have to worry about any magnets, being in the way, or trying to set those up and get those, leveled off and however I needed to do. But all in all, it turned out really good. You can see, it's pretty flush. It looks really good. I didn't have to really worry about doing any kind of Bondo or anything like that with this casting. So it made me pretty happy knowing that it was flying together. And trust me, it's in a case as we speak. I just got done filming the final results because it was late last night. I wanted to get to bed. So I just I'll film tomorrow, and that's it. But I'm touching up like little areas so you don't see the white when you're looking in the engine compartment. And yeah, I ended up dropping it. Go figure, right? Little butterfingers. But I can't wait to see everybody's 4 Horsemen build. I'm going to that because the deadline's tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. I've already been seeing premiere videos ready to go, and as soon as I'm done posting this video, I'm gonna be, because it's done, it's already edited, it's already saved. I just got to post it to YouTube and it's done. But I wanted to get this done so I didn't throw my lineup out of order for all my videos that I've been doing, because I kind of screwed up a while back and I labeled one video the same number as the previous video, and kind of messed up my numbers completely, and I didn't feel like going through 90 something videos just to try to edit them. So I went ahead and just not worried about it. Everything's pretty much done on the mock-up. Here's what we started off with. Pretty cool looking casting. Nice little racing 70s Chevelle. I left the chrome, and except for the interior, I ended up painting that over. We tried a little bit of my candy paint, and I really hope you guys love this video. I know I talk most of the time. I really hope you like the casting, but without further ado, let's check out the final results. And I'll see you next time at the range.